Namaste, everyone. My name is Miranda. I am the owner of Yoga Y'all Studio, and today I'm going to share with you a few of the postures from the Ashtanga primary series to help you get started with your practice and build your practice. Remember that you need to honor your body throughout your practice and have fun, so if you need to take a break, feel free to take a break and enjoy your practice. Please join me at the top of your mat. Bring your feet together to touch and your hands to press at your heart center. Bring your attention to the space underneath your nose, right above your lip, the entry point of your breath. Take an intentional exhalation, feeling your effortless inhale that follows, and then constrict the back of your throat to start to create breath with sound. Your Ujjayi pranayama, your victorious breath. On your next exhalation, tuck your tailbone, lifting your pelvic floor for Mula Bandha, your root lock, and then tuck your belly button up towards your spine for Uddiyana Bandha, your flying energy lock. And now we'll begin Sun Salutation A. Inhale, circle your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, fold forward, gaze beyond the tip of your nose. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands and step your feet back to a lower push-up position, gaze out. Inhale, come onto the tops of your toes, lift your heart and look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Gaze between your knees or at your navel. Breathe. Spread your fingers wide here. Relax your neck, broaden your shoulders. Feeling your first downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, circle your arms overhead and look up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Again, inhale, circle your arms overhead. Look up. Exhale, fold forward, gaze beyond your nose. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands and step back to your lower push-up position, gaze out. Inhale, come onto the tops of your toes, peel your heart up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Breathe. This is a great time to check in with Uddiyana Bandha, your belly button lock, tucking your belly button towards your spine. Your head is below your heart, which lifts your mood. It allows all the blood to recirculate and your brain to be freshly oxygenated. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, circle your arms overhead and look up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Sun Salutation B, Surya Namaskara B. Bend your knees. Let your hands come to graze your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead and look up. Exhale, straighten your legs, fold, gaze beyond your nose. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands and step back to your lower push-up position, gaze out. Inhale, peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back and take your right foot to plant by your right hand. Turn your back heel down. Inhale up, look up. Exhale, fold, plant your hands and send your front leg back. Lower down. Inhale, peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back and switch sides. Plant your hands, send your front leg back, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back and breathe. Really tune into your breath here. Notice how you're feeling as you warm your body. Press through your entire hands, extend through your heels. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, bend your knees, circle your arms up and look up. Exhale, straighten your legs, bring your hands to your heart. One more salutation B, bend your knees, let your hands come to graze your mat. Inhale, circle your arms up, look up. Exhale, straighten your legs, fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your feet back to Chaturanga Dandasana, gaze out. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Bring your right foot to plant by your right hand, turn your back heel down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lowering again through your lower push-up with control. Inhale, peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Switch sides. Lower down through your lower push-up. Gaze out. Inhale, peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back and breathe. Remember that throughout your practice, if it gets to be too much, you can come down to your hands and knees and sink your hips to your heels, taking a child's pose. Or if you've found your edge, that place where any more is too much and any less is not enough, then stay here, softening around your edge. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, bend your knees, circle your arms overhead and look up. Exhale, take your hands to your heart, straighten your legs. Samastitihi, your attention pose. Now, Padagustasana, hand to toe pose. Take your hands to your hips. Inhale, lift your head up and look back. Exhale, fold forward. Take your first two fingers to bind your big toes. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Flare your elbows. Gaze beyond your nose. You can soften by putting a bend in your knees. And if the bind with your toes is unavailable, then hang out here as you just allow your head to hang and your neck to relax, benefiting from this forward fold as it activates your liver and your spleen. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, slide your hands under your feet so your toes come to tickle your wrist. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Counterbalancing all of the times that you went through your lower push-up, your Chaturanga Dandasana. Giving your wrist an opposing force while stimulating your digestive system and massaging your abdominals. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, close the pose. Take your feet together and your hands to press together. Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Inhale, turn and take a wide step out to your right. Open your arms to a T. Turn your right foot out and your left foot in and reach to the right, and then take your right hand to your right shin and your left hand to the sky. A few modifications here are to just take your hand on the inside of your shin, or you can bind your big toe if you want a little bit more, or you can even bring your hand to the floor. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch sides. Turn your left foot out and your right foot in and reach again till you can't. And then take your left hand to your left shin or whatever variation you took on the other side and gaze up at your right hand. This posture opens you to 5 lines of energy, receiving fuel for your daily life. It also strengthens your abdominals and your balance. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. And then switch sides. Parvrita Utthita Trikonasana. Inhale, lift through your left arm, square your hips to the back of your mat. Exhale, take your left hand to your right shin and bring your right hand to the sky to gaze beyond your right fingertips. This posture can get a little wobbly, so welcome the wobbles. This is your first twist. Feeling your breath move through your body as you twist and balance and challenge your stabilizer muscles. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. And then switch sides. Inhale, lift through your right hand, square your hips to the front of your mat. Exhale, take your right hand to your left shin or the outside of your left foot and let your left hand come to the sky as you gaze beyond your left fingertips. Breathe. Inhale, rise up. Turn your left foot out and your right foot in and step back to the top of your mat. Close the pose. Samasthiti. Inhale, turn and take a wide step out to your right. Utthita Parasvakonasana. Open your arms to a T. Turn your right foot out and your left foot in. Bend into your right knee and let your right forearm come to your right thigh and your left arm come overhead for your extended side angle pose. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch sides. This posture also strengthens your abdominal organs. It lengthens your side body. It's slimming and toning, clearing congestion around your ribs. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch sides. Parvrita Utthita Parasvakonasana. Bend into your right knee and square your hips to the back of your mat. Take your hands to your heart and then take your left elbow to your right knee. Press your palms together and gaze over your right shoulder, getting into an even deeper twist. Continue to square your hips, also feeling your breath as it stimulates your digestive system and your natural detoxification process. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up, open your arms to a T. Exhale, switch sides. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up, open your arms to a T. And then exhale and close the pose. Come to Samasthiti. Inhale, step your feet hips width apart. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, take your right knee into your chest with your right hand, balancing on your left foot. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. If you want to challenge yourself, you can take your first two fingers to bind your right big toe and extend your leg out in front of you. Find something to stare at that won't move. Either open your leg with your toe in a bind or take your hand to your knee and open it to the right. Exhale and gaze to the left. Again, welcoming the wobbles, strengthening your legs and your sense of balance. Take your right leg, walk your hands at the back of your leg and blow it a kiss, and then come back to stand. Step your feet hips width apart and move to the other side. Taking whatever variation you took on the other side for Upekkha, equanimous movement. Keeping your body in harmony. Walk your hands up the back of your leg, show it some love. And then step your feet together, bring your hands to your heart. Let's move, let it feel good. Sweep your arms overhead and look up. Exhale, fold, gaze beyond your nose. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back to your lower push-up. Gaze out. Inhale, come to the tops of your toes, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs, and step or hop to the top of your mat with your feet together. Bend into your knees and circle your arms overhead. Utkatasana, your chair pose. Engaging every muscle in your body. The lower that you sink into your hips, the more intense that it is. Ut means intense. It means fierce in Sanskrit. This posture relieves stiffness in your neck. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, step back to your lower push-up position and gaze out. Inhale, come onto the tops of your toes. Lift your heart, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Bend your knees. And step or walk through to sit down. Sitting down on your bottom and sending your legs straight out in front of you to Dandasana, your staff pose. Feeling your energy locks. Tucking your tailbone. Bringing your belly button up towards your spine. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, fold. Take your first two fingers to bind your big toes. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Gaze at your toes so your spine stays nice and long. Paschimottanasana, letter A. Getting into your seated postures, which purify and cleanse your body. Breathing here to stimulate your digestive system. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, release your toes. Bring both of your hands behind you. And bend your knees, plant your feet, and lift your hips to your reverse table. A modified version in your Ashtanga practice. Keep lifting through your hips, feeling the gentle opening of your front body. Lower down. Half vinyasa. Step your feet back, You have the option here to take a half vinyasa. Moving through to seated once you're finished. Janu Shirsasana, take your right foot into your left thigh. Fold over your straight leg to bind your foot, or just take the floor. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Gaze at your toes. Your head to knee pose. There's a slight twist here, so you're stimulating your detoxification process. And this posture is slimming. Breathe. Inhale, come up. Exhale, switch sides. Taking the breath to lengthen your spine as you inhale. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, release. Taking a bump here if you would like, pressing into the floor with your hands and lifting whatever lifts, and then coming to Marichi Asana, letter C. Take your right hand, inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, take your right hand behind you. Inhale, lift through your left hand. Exhale, hook your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Spinning your gaze behind you for your twist. Let your left toes point towards yourself. And you can take a mudra here, a hand gesture, by taking your thumb and your pointer finger to touch. Some teachers say that means that everything's okay. Exhale, empty out. Inhale, come center. And then switch sides. Continue to lengthen through your spine. On each inhale, feeling yourself grow taller. And on each exhale, feeling yourself twist a little deeper. Exhale and empty out. Inhale and come center. Moving into Navasana, boat pose. Lift your hands and your feet. You can take the underneaths of your knees to help you lift a little bit more. And you can straighten your legs and release your hands to challenge yourself. Breathe, strengthening your core, your center. Inhale, lift a little more, and then exhale and either hang out or take a half vinyasa, planting your hands and sending your feet back, lowering down through your lower push-up, inhaling and lifting. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. And bend your knees, stepping through to come to sit, and then to come to lie down on your back. Cross your arms over your heart and lower down. Once you get to your back, take a breath. Now bend your knees and plant your hands closer to your heels. Pressing into your hands and your feet, lift your hips. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you would like a little bit more and you have a back bend in your practice, you can take your hands by your ears, press into the floor, and lift up mindfully. Lower down with control. And then hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a gentle rock from side to side. Cross your legs and rock forward so that you rock yourself up to seated. To move into your forward fold again. Inhale, circle your arms up and look up. Exhale, fold. You can take a bind of your choice, wrapping your hands around your feet, or you can just hang out and let your head and your top body fold. as you feel the counterbalance of your back bend. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, release. Cross your arms over your heart again and roll down to your back. Hug your knees in. Give yourself a hug. You deserve it. Rock from side to side for a back massage. Now open your arms to a T. Let your palms face up and let your knees rock over to the right. Let your head fall to the left for your final spinal twist. You can close your eyes here. All of the twists that you take allow the stimulating of your natural detoxification process. Hug your knees into your chest. Take another rock from side to side. Let your arms open to a T and switch sides. Letting your head fall to the right this time so that your spine is in a full spiral. Hug your knees in. Take another gentle rock from side to side. And then extend your legs to the edges of your mat or just outside your mat to let your feet fall open. Bring your arms alongside your body and let your palms face up. Maybe wiggle your shoulders down and let your bones rest onto the mat, onto the earth beneath you. Close your eyes. Beginning to feel the comfort sensations that arise after your efforts. Take rest here. But if you have to go, then rock over onto your right side. To pause in fetal pose. Now lifting yourself up to a seated position. Cross your legs and bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, circle your arms up to collect all of the benefits of your practice. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart to seal this practice into your heart. Thank you all so much for joining me and taking this time for your body. Namaste means I see the spirit in you and I respect you. Namaste.